Hi everybody, this is MizLadyJae. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm just going to go ahead and update on from my journal that my weight loss, it's going good. It's slowing down a little bit, but of course, moving from liquids onto soft foods, that would do it. But still, I'm still hitting that, diet and everything, and I'm not really hungry at all, which is great. But it is a struggle at times with, you know, you have to think differently and try different things as much as you can because there's so little of things at this point that you could eat because it's only soft foods. So I go see my doctors again in 2 weeks on a Friday, and they're gonna see what's going on, adjust my lap band, and then I can go from there. But I did go back to work after 2 weeks after surgery, and I was only there for a week. And then on Friday, I had a pain in the back of my calf, my right calf. Felt like a Charlie horse, but I didn't remember having a Charlie horse before in my sleep or anything. So I was rubbing it and moving it, stretching it around. Saturday, I elevated it. Of course, Friday night, I went over to my mom and dad's, keeping helping out there. I can't really do too much, but I still went over there and I elevated my leg and everything. Sunday, I went to see my grandfather. He got back from the hospital and everything. He had a massive heart attack and he's not doing too well, but he looks better than me. I'm telling you that much. He's there. He's fine. There's nothing that they can do for him because he has cancer of the lungs and the liver, and so they couldn't put a stent in his heart or anything. But they're just making him comfortable. But I went over to visit my grandparents, and I was sitting there talking to them. My aunt comes over and says, "Janice, your leg looks swelled up." And I looked at it and I said, "Yeah." I said, "It must be a muscle or something because it hurts like." And these damn scales that the hospitals go, 1 to 10, what is the pain? I'm here like, how old are you? That is my pain. But anyway, at that time it was like an 8, and I've been rubbing it and everything. So I went home about 4 o'clock, sat down, was going to eat something, called, and I looked at my leg, thought it looks a little too swelled up for my being. So I looked at my other leg and said it's like 1.5 the size of that other one. So what I did was call the on-call surgeon of the weight loss clinic. They said, "Janice, get your butt to the ER. Sounds like a blood clot." So I was there from 5:30, and I stayed overnight and everything because they did an ultrasound and everything, and it was a blood clot in my leg. So I stayed overnight. They gave me a nerve pill to fall asleep and everything. The next morning, the doctor came in and told me, "This is what we're going to do. You're going to go home. You're going to give yourself some shots, along with taking these pills to thin out your blood and everything." I'm here like, I'm going to give myself shots. And they brought in the shots, and you have to give it to yourself in your stomach. I don't know why they picked the retardedest place, but they said that's the biggest mass and all this. So is my ass, if you ever looked at my ass. But anyway, they said you can't have it in your butt. But anyway, I had to be shown how to give a shot to myself in the stomach. They made me watch a DVD showing this is what it's all about, Lovenox, and you know, do the shots in your stomach, pinch, and then stab. And I'm here like, oh my God. And then I also have to take these pills, Coumador, which thins out your blood too. So, fine. I'm here like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? I was crying and everything. So they said, okay, do you have any pain? This is all they could say all night. Do you have any pain? Knowing that we didn't know I was going to stay overnight. I'm backing up a little bit. And I said, my pain is like an 8 or a 9, and I have a very high tolerance of pain. They said, well, do you want any pain pills? I said, I drove myself here, and if you're going to send me home, I don't think I can have pain pills. They said, no, you would have to take Tylenol or Advil. I said, what the fuck would I do with Tylenol? They're like Tic Tacs to me. Tylenol don't do shit for me. I'd learned that back whenever I was 21. Tylenol ain't shit. But so I'm like, forget it, I'll deal with it. So afterwards, they went ahead and said, you're staying. Took a Vicodin. They gave me a Vicodin finally, along with my nerve pill. And I finally passed out about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Woke up around 5 in the morning, 5 or 6, something like that. Nurse was coming in, trying to check my vitals. Then Vampira came in and took some more blood and checked me out. And I'm here like I had an IV in my arm. They didn't put nothing in the IV, not even an IV drip, nothing. So I was free to get up, whatever. I had my own little room, which is nice. I was in osteopath. Osteopath is the shit. I love that hospital. Um, Nurses and staff, great. But still, I'm here like, okay, doctor sending me home. So I was sitting there, got my shit together. They carted my ass out to the car in a wheelchair, and I got in, came home, and I just sat down, passed out. Well, a little bit later, have to remember, 9 o'clock in the morning, I gotta have my shot and my pills, and 9 o'clock at night. Every 12 hours, you gotta do this shit. So, morning was to my right, evening was to my left. So, that's the only way I could figure it out. And now it's like bruises galore all over my stomach that I did my shots. So, I gave myself shots for a week. Then they called and said, and I had a visiting nurse come in, took my blood, so I didn't have to go anywhere. The doctors wanted to see me on Wednesday and take a gander at me to see how I am, my PCP, primary care physician, and they wanted to check me out and make sure everything's fine. Well, I can tell you this. I went there and they wanted me to get up on that table. And I said, I'm not getting up there because if I try and get down, I'm going to fall flat on my ass because my leg's hurting. So she let me sit on the chair and everything. But I was sitting there talking to her. She goes, so how is everything going? And I'm fine. She said, well, we're not going to have you get blood every morning so I don't look like a casualty of war. I mean, my arms look like I'm an IV user and abuser. Must be shooting up heroin or something. That's how my arms looked. Looked like I had tracks. But anyway, they said we're going to do it, take blood again today while you're here at the office, and then also on Friday, and then Monday. So listen for your phone to ring and stuff. So Friday and Monday is whenever the visiting nurse came. So Wednesday they took my blood. Didn't even feel the damn needle go in at my doctor's office. So that was fine. They called me, said your blood levels are low. Keep on doing your thing. And then on Friday, she took my blood in the morning, the visiting nurse. She got it to the lab and everything. So my doctors called me and said, okay, Janice, you can stop taking your shots, but keep on taking the Coumadar. So I did that. And now Monday, the visiting nurse came. She drew my blood. The doctors called and said, stop taking everything because your blood is too thin now. So they waited all the weekend without taking my blood until Monday. And now I'm sitting here thinking I could bleed out. So I have to, every time I go to the bathroom, either way, one or two, make sure there's no blood coming out anywhere. You're like, great, I'm going to bleed out somewhere. But I went ahead and stopped taking all my pills and stuff until they tell me different because I know I'm going to have to start taking Coumadar again because they also told me that I would have to, take that for 6 months because the blood clot dissolves with this blood thinner within the blood. They don't want nothing to do with massaging your legs or anything because I got my nails and toes done and just to relax. And I just told my nail tech, please don't cut my toenails too close because if they bleed, I might bleed out and everything. And don't massage my legs. So that was fine. So I got them done. And that's been almost a month. So 3 weeks to a month that I had my nails done. Thank God I got them done. Um, but my leg was killing me sitting there, even if it was a little elevated, like I would be at work. And I'm here like I could never make it at work with my leg down, elevated down like that. So, um, there goes my phone ringing off the hook. But anyway, I went ahead and um, went home, and now I'm at home until whenever I have a visiting nurse coming in tomorrow to take my blood. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so she's going to take my blood, and um, they're going to let me know how my levels are at that time. So then I can see if I have to start up my Lovenox again or keep on taking my pills. So I'm hoping none of the above because I hate pills and I hate shots worse. I don't mind having blood drawn and stuff like that, but if I have to do it to myself, that's one thing. So, but I went to the doctors and I lost another 5 pounds. That's probably because I'm sick in my stomach. I can't hardly eat anything. And I'm trying to get my appetite back up. Every time I try to eat something, I just get sick. I mean, nauseous feeling. I don't throw up or anything. But that blood clots are a casualty of surgeries. Any kind of surgery. I had around 10 to 12 surgeries, and out of all that, I only had one blood clot, and that's now. Anybody can have a blood clot in any kind of surgery. You take the chance in doing that. That's why they put on those leg massagers after surgery to help keep your blood flowing, and those are supposed to work miracles. So if you ever get surgery, make sure you keep those leg massagers on your legs because those are supposed to help um, keep away blood clots. Me, I got up right after my surgery with my lap band and I just couldn't stand laying down. So I had to sit up and I was up every half an hour going to the bathroom because of the water. But I was sitting on a little lounge chair beside my bed. And so those leg things didn't come over with me. They had to unplug them every time I got out of bed. And I didn't want to annoy the nurses, but they were fine with it. They understood. But I was up every half an hour until I left there the next day on my after my surgery. So, but I'm just telling everybody, keep those suckers on your legs as much as you can. I'm just telling you now, um, if you ever have surgery. But I'm doing pretty good with losing the weight and everything, and I feel much better. I to me, I can't really tell a lot. My family seen me over the weekend whenever I went to see my grandparents, and they're here like, wow, you can tell a difference. And I'm here like, I really can't tell that big of a difference. And they say they can. Good. If they can, that's great. I'm just waiting for the big dramatic difference in me. And that's not going to be for a few months. So, but I just wanted to get back on YouTube, do a journal entry so you guys know what's going on with me. And I'm going to try and get on here more often than I have been, and maybe do a little just vocal points of something different other than a journal. I'll have journal written on my YouTube channel for whenever it's about my journals. If I'm talking about just blowing off about something else, I'll put that on as the subject. But just wanted to update you guys. I greatly appreciate all the support, friends and family. If you have any comments or, criticisms, whatever, dislike, a like, whatever, hit the buttons. Um, you know, do what you do. I greatly appreciate you listening to my videos. And hopefully, I can do something more interesting. Give me some ideas if you want me to talk about stuff. My life's an open book. So if you have any questions, ask. I'll go ahead and answer them. Anything else? Like I said, comment in the fields. All right. Thank you for listening to me. God bless and take care. Love y'all.